It started as a leak. The rainy season
Oh,
began
no.
in early summer, and June had been no exception. It did not surprise the man when he discovered rainwater dripping from a dining ceiling. Shrugging it off, he placed the towel beneath the leak, expecting stopped on. However, it could not renew rain before Pat would threaten overflow. He had to dump the water first in the morning straight after home from work. Unfortunately, the man could not sign the done. Only his landlord could. It was frustrating policy. The man called his landlord but could not reach him. He left him as a few voicemails, detailing how the damage was becoming progressively worse. The man was clueless as to why his landlord would not return his calls. Was speaking twice a month. Finally, he reasoned that he would be as accountable for any diminished
Dementia.
Shut the fuck.
He quickly turned on his bedside lamp and just vaguely could see an overturned table and a large shape laying across it. He sprinted out of his apartment and called the police, gagging at the smell.
The police. The man sat police station. I could have sworn that's what it really said. I don't know why I said it like that. With the blanket around his shoulders, a coffee mug resting on his hands, and he did one thing. There had been a dead on his ceiling, and the water had saturated, so caved under the weight. So far, the body unidentifiable. How do you say? Oh, unidentifiable due to the rain. Unidentifiable. Why Walla waited. He called the landlord and finally reached him. Panicking as he explained the situation with the landlord was as alarmed. And the man pleaded for him to come to the station while he made his statement. The man paused as the detective crossed over to him and he lowered his phone. Wondering, that's not even how you say that. Wondering if the body had been identified. His blood ran immediately cold. And he shook his head with terror. The body belonged to the Richard Thompson landlord. He disguised. That's not even what it said. And he died over a year ago. That's not what disturbed him the most.
Ooh.
Alright, I'll start again because I like it.
Okay.
Halloween is it's called Party Crashing, by the way. Halloween is by far my favorite time of year. Well, the wonderful day is walking around with a mask on is socially acceptable.
Halloween's my
Favorite
time of year.
Oh, it's his.
Favorite.
Not quite unique place in society. A mask can transform anyone into something else, turn an actor into a character, hide the secret identity of a superhero, or even allow monsters to walk among. Never know what's behind a mask, just tell us off. But the best of Halloween is no one is gonna take one mask. This is a gang of teenagers with the walking, talking, stripping away masks. The reveal of the truth underneath. Oh, this is reality. Halloween and pop Ferkles. Able to hide it in plain sight.
Walking, talking Halloween. That's what you said. Of course, wearing a mask has its own special meaning to me. I am not an actor, superhero, or even a monster. Not in the fictional terms, at least, no. I simply use a mask and means of entry. Any mask works, really, so long as it covers my face. I managed to use a different one every year. All I need to do is walk the streets of my suburban hood, weave my way through various directions, and dog packs of until I hear the familiar blaring of loud music, like a sailor to a siren ass. I'm drawn to the music, to the party that it emanates from. Yes, this is why Halloween is wonderful.
No one seems to ever ask questions at the door of the Halloween party. All I need to really know is to knock and wave when the door of the mask makes. People just assume that I'm there for the party. Hell, sometimes people just leave the doors wide open, allowing even easier access to their fucking home. On Halloween, no one is a second glance towards a masked man making his way through their mist, which is what makes my hobby so I think I did good.
They are completely oblivious as I approach their food. There continues to chatter and gossip as I add my own special ingredient to their bowl of punch. They continue to dance and play as I smell sharp needles into their chocolate and sweets. It is not until their first friend drops to the floor, either choking to my poison or coughing up bloody needles, that people start to panic. It is the same every year. As soon as I leave the party and hear the chaos rising behind me, an unstoppable grin from my mask. Screams of terror are such a pleasant noise for such an holiday. What?
You said frums, it's forms. You were small and you said smell. You said oblivious. It was oblivious. You never liked the. Oh, by the way, it's called voices. You never liked the silence. Ever. At first, you thought it was something you were scared of, but as you grew older, you realized that there was no reason, but he just grew older. You realized there was a reason. There always had to be reason. Oh.
It's the same line.
You've always slept with the creaky ceiling fucking running. Oh, I say unless you take the extra blankets, you shiver, but you never switch the creaky thing off, of course. Because you knew how much you dreaded the silence.
Because you knew that it was silent, you hear them. At first I had started out at a soft hissing noise. You ignored it, but then you realized that it sounded like someone was whispering someone. To you, it took time to decipher them. You finally did. You've never— would you shut the fuck up? Please.
Shut the fuck up.
You'd never forget that. Jay.
I told you about the underworld.
The underworld.
Hell, the places where everyone went once they died. There was never heaven, there was only hell. They only had a bit of creatures there. How every monster you would have feared really told you terrible things. The silence enveloped you while you slept. You scared you, though, and the thing expected to go with you in the nightmares. You never slept in a complete either, because then when you see them. Okay. Lazy Saturday night. Here I lay all snuggled up in my bed, warmer to satisfy out of the sofa silk color, watching something stupid and documented if it is never heard of. I turn it over, but the gallon is coming to cook it. It doesn't. I turn it for anything other shoving the frozen. Everyone's out of my house for me, so I make a decision for the expecting a decision, but I'm gonna but then I'll open the door to the so alarming.
Nice rapping.
Thanks. Jazz raps.
Silently left out from under the cup, spilling the ice cream all over the pristine white carpet on the floor, and creeped open the wardrobe next to the bed. I hear footsteps. What was that? Heavy and indiscreet, like they want me to know that we're here. I pant. I pick up the spoon, and just have a using to enjoy relaxing night. The footsteps get louder. I force myself into the musical space remaining in the wardrobe, and close the door. Just as the stranger opens the bedroom door, not sparing any seconds for silence, I peer through the gap. His face looks familiar, but I can't place my finger on where I know him.
I think I just exhausted myself. I can't do it. Is that good enough?
I guess.